G'day folks, and g'day all my recent new subscribers. Yeah, this is just sort of an update on how the ATM's going, a bit more background info on it, and what's planned, as well as basically who I am. I'm going to encourage Julian to do a video for himself. He's the bloke you would have seen in the video. I was holding the camera. I'm actually Aussie 50. A few of the sites that posted articles on it got that part wrong. They thought that Julian was me, but that doesn't matter. We're going to work more in front of the camera and make sure that people actually know who we are. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm quite surprised that running Doom on an embedded system is so popular. I mean, I posted videos on this PC where I put, well, two PCs in one server case, and that didn't get as much interest. But even a company like Sophos is showing quite a lot of interest in it. There's an article on how we modded it, and security ramifications. Well, not so much security ramifications. They basically just said it's nothing new for people to get into an ATM, and it's actually quite easy. So yeah, they were just curious as to where I got the machine from and basically what our plans were. But since we're sort of white hat hacking it, as they call it, I don't like the term hacking myself, but I'll run with it. Yeah, it's all good. I mean, as far as I know, there aren't any laws about modifying ATMs and things to do weird things, as long as they're legal. You don't put it out on the street and use it to harvest people's information, which is a big no-no. It's all good. And there are two more of these machines coming. For those who don't know, I didn't buy them. A friend of mine bought them on Gray's online auctions. I don't know if there are any on there at the moment. I'd be willing to bet there probably aren't, because I've already posted a few comments saying that they're on Gray's, and I'd be willing to bet a few more people are buying them. But yeah, they're abundant, especially with Windows XP being discontinued. Even though the embedded version's supported up until 2016, a lot of companies are just saying nope and getting rid of it. So yeah, here it is. Still got a long way to go. Whether or not it's even worth the effort, don't bother questioning that, because this is just a geek thing. It's just one of those things you do. Yeah, it's just a crazy little mod. Definitely needs some tidying up and sheet metal work around the bottom of the base. That'll be my little job to do. Julian is the software and control guru. He worked out what kind of pinouts these buttons have, how to hook them up. He's working on the receipt printer at the moment. He's done a hell of a lot of work on this. I've basically just left it to him. I'm not going to barge in and start saying, oh no, you got to do it this way and this way and this way. That's not my style. I mean, I do like things being done a specific way at work, but that's work. We've got drawings to work to. This we don't have drawings to work to, and I'm not very good with software and control circuits, so yeah. He's doing a wonderful job of it, and deserves a lot more credit than he's getting, so go and subscribe. JG Certified on YouTube. I'll post a link in the description. Anyway, I'll also post a link to some of the articles that I've found, because they're pretty good. It's been featured on Hackaday and Daily Mail, MX Magazine, I think PC User or someone also featured it. There's probably a dozen different English-speaking sites and numerous German, Russian and other sites featuring the video, which is quite crazy considering this is just an embedded x86 Windows-based system. It is an industrial mainboard. There was a bit of effort required to get the drivers for it, which was basically the only hacking-ish part of it, which was breaking down the software on the Ghost CDs and finding the drivers, because the drivers aren't available online. It's a standard industrial mainboard, but it's so old that the only site that had data on it discontinued their drivers, so it basically meant breaking down the contents of these CDs to find all the like the video and the onboard sound drivers, and eventually we did shove or Julian shoved a Sound Blaster card in it. And yeah, there's that card on the back there is the original NCR personality card, and it's not even being used anymore, because that's what puts out the secure COM bus, which talks to the card reader, the printer, the cash dispenser, all that stuff. It's all on a secure COM bus that we're not going to be dissecting the communication protocol of for security reasons. We've got no intention or interest in doing that. I'm going to be dissecting this mechanically and showing you how it works, but I'm not going to go into the software side of it. Yeah, it's an interesting system. It is possible to break down all of the parts of this system and the software and work out exactly how the ATM talks. It's not a big deal for somebody experienced in software, but it's not recommended. Especially the pin pad, because that's still current protocol. It's all still current protocol, but the pin pad's a big one. That's why we destroyed the encryption module completely, and I'm just going to make a custom WASD or arrow key spacebar button, fire button for it, and use it as a gaming controller instead. So it's no longer going to be an actual pin pad. But that's really cool stuff. We're turning an old ATM, which was otherwise going to end up as scrap metal, into a games machine. There's an industrial SVGA CRT monitor. The embedded system is a Pentium 4 2.4, about a gig of RAM. We've upgraded the sound card. Julian's also put a card that he modified and wrote the software for. It was for an early McDonald's drive-through car counting system. That's one of his little old development things that he's been hanging on for many years and finally found a use for. We've got a power button with integrated hard drive and power LED. The stereo amp board was originally the mono hearing impaired output, but with a new jumper wire across it and a pair of speaker wires, it actually becomes a stereo. It's interesting they actually had stereo functions, but I'm guessing stereo boards were probably cheaper by the dozen than mono ones back when this was made. Well, back in 2007, it's not that long ago. So yeah, 2 more machines coming, no idea what we're going to do with them. Julian's going to end up with one of these. He might end up with this exact one. I need some space back in my shed, so I'd be happy to move it on until the others come out of storage in about 2 to 3 weeks. And yeah, it's good fun. They are abundant, they're available on Grays online. The only question is, what can you do with them? Well, we've worked out it can run Doom. Well, actually it'll be able to run any DOS game. It'll be able to run Quake. I need a PCI video card to shove in there and make that work. I mean, I've got a PCI Voodoo 2 card, 16 meg Voodoo 2 that I could put in it, but that's going in my Pentium Pro. So yeah, there are other computer projects on the go. And I worked out the cash boxes make good junk boxes. So yeah, if they come with the cassettes, they're really handy for storing crap in. That's about it. Make a cool lunchbox too. I wouldn't send your kid to school with one. They might raise some eyebrows. So yeah, that's where the Voodoo card's going. It's a vintage Pentium Pro. I like my old vintage gear. Vintage Saberjet radar, vintage Pentium Pro, vintage aviation 400Hz power supply, which we still have to try out on the not so vintage flight recorder. Yeah, interesting stuff. So if you're new to the channel or just stopping by, welcome. Welcome to Ed Systems. It's safer here. And yes, I am Ed, and I know I should do face cam stuff more often, but people prefer looking at what I'm talking about, not me. I mean, I'm just your regular machine shop operator and old Aussie mug. I'd rather be showing you what I'm talking about. Not that it matters, I don't mind being on camera. People often say, why aren't you on camera more? Well, it's not that practical. Not a lot of people like seeing you just, well, I've seen and listened to vlogs where somebody's shoving a camera in their face, and it just doesn't appeal as much as actually looking at what they're talking about or just what's in the background. So yeah, you know who I am. I've got a Google plus Ed Jones. I post photos of projects and things there, or things that I'm doing, and it's all good fun. So yeah, stay tuned for more. Here's another little project we're going to get into. Yeah, I'm thinking the ATM's going to take priority, but yeah, some of you know what that is. I've had fun with them before, a long time ago. There are some videos of it that I shot with a potato camera. We're going to make some high definition videos of these things in action. Anyway, thanks for watching. This has been more than long enough. You'll get used to them anyway if you're going to hang around. If you're not, well, this might be the last Rambler video you ever see. Thanks for watching.